sports, all I gotta say is wow. Crazy news. Kyrie Irving wants out from LeBron's shadow. Crazy. So Kyrie Irving, a guy drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers and their number one pick, is saying when LeBron's about to move, you can tell he's looking to move. He's saying he wants to move, but it's not because LeBron's leaving, but really he wants to leave now because he wants his own spotlight. You know what? This reminds me of somebody else who did this move many years back on OKC. It kind of worked out well for him. Actually, there's two guys. It worked out well for one, and the other one is wrong. The first one is about him and the move. He left a couple years back. Pull this up. James Harden admits money was the deciding factor in leaving OKC. I guess I can't hate Kyrie Irving if he saw James Harden's extension and said, damn, if LeBron's here and Kevin's here, I can't get that, really. I mean, they would have to gut the team, blah, blah, blah. You know, it kind of makes sense from a money factor. Yeah, he could probably get paid somewhere else. So the point is, where does he go in this point guard heavy league? Guards are coming out every year, Kyrie. You are a fantastic player, but you benefit from playing with arguably the best player in the NBA, a player that makes folks better, a la, hey, I'm putting him there already, Lonzo Ball. So, Kyrie, you want to leave when you yourself, when you had the team, didn't really even take them to the playoffs. Let's have the conversation. Kyrie Irving is not Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, with the mediocre players around him, I would say Oladipo was a near star. You got to have at least that. You need another wingman. So Oladipo was that. At least took him to the playoffs. At least took him to the playoffs. So Kyrie wants out of this shadow. He's 25. No problem. Let's see where he goes. But also, what does LeBron need? What's going to happen for the year that LeBron has one more chance to win in Cleveland before he bolts off to somewhere in the West? Which you can't blame him for. He's an older man. I mean, he lived in Miami for a little bit. Cleveland was a drastic change. Believe me, I lived in the Midwest for a while. It is nice if you have a family, but after a while, the snow, the area, it's not spunk enough. It's too cookie cutter, and it's the same boring thing every day. While Florida, LA, California areas, even Texas, there's a lot more to do. It's sun all the time. Can you blame the man and his family saying, hey, let's head out west. Let's live life a little bit. That said, the talks of are Mr. Rose. Mr. Derrick Rose going over to Cleveland. I liked him on the Bucks. I don't know why he's not exploring that opportunity. It makes perfect sense, but I guess Giannis doesn't want to hold the ball too much. So how would he really fit in? There's not a group of three-point shooters. The market may, but Derrick Rose is still a marketable player. I know he has the beard. Guess what? Derrick Rose is only 28 years old, by the way. So he still has a few years left. And I want to do a side-by-side, kind of understand from a statistical point of view how these two line up with each other and what LeBron's going to lose if he were to get Mr. Rose from Cleveland, who is possibly going to get the veteran minimum. So if I'm Cleveland, no offense, with all the guards that are coming up in the next 5-6 years, I think you can lose Kyrie Irving. Wow. Whew. Wow. That's a strong statement, isn't it? I think you can let him go and replace him, okay, with all the guards that are coming in. With that said, because he doesn't appear to make players better, so we'll see what he does with his, if he gets traded or what he does with his next team, because things can change. Well, let's look at the stats. 3.8 rebounds. Derrick Rose has the edge there. 4.4 assists versus 5.8. So Kyrie does have some assists there, but I just don't see it in the game. But the stats tell you he's doing something. Steals, it's Kyrie. Blocks, who cares, or even. And then points per game. Again, this is injured Derrick Rose, 25.2. Now, if we look back at their peak, I did look back 10, 11. I think Derrick Rose averaged 25 as well. On-court statistics and off-court. So head-to-head, looks like Derrick, 8.5 points on him. The problem with Derrick Rose is one big thing. Let's take a peek is the three-point percentage. That's huge. This is a shooting league now. And look at that, 21.7 for Rose versus 40.1 for Mr. Uncle Drew. That's huge. How do you replace that? How do you replace that? Almost three three-pointers per game for Kyrie. Almost 3 per game, 9 points. How do you make up for that? There goes that 25. There goes where that 25.2 is coming from versus Rose's 18, which is all drives, which also causes him more accidents. That said, games played, 64 versus 72, which is very interesting. I didn't think Derrick Rose played that many games, but he did. I think you get a little bit more defense with Derrick Rose. They're not known for their defense, both of these guys, but I think you get a bit more defense. Defense doesn't equate to steals, by the way, always. Anyway, right? It matters how much your man will score on you. So, I really do think that Derrick Rose can fill in the slot, and I'll tell you what they need to do with regards to taking, again, inside performance. I mean, Kyrie Irving is just really more. He's at an age where he can be more dominant. There's no. Derrick Rose is not going to fill the total scope of what Kyrie Irving can do, unless he comes back fully from that knee injury, which has been a systemic problem for him over the years. But him and LeBron could mesh. They could mesh. He is ball dominant, but with his jump shot flow, I can see him, he may be able to do some spot ups now. He's really improved the mid-range, and there's a guy named Sam Cassell that played back in the day. Rose reminds me now, and not of his athleticism on how he shoots, but the way he is using the mid-range game is reminiscent of Sam Cassell. It's also reminiscent of, if folks remember, Duke Jason Williams. When he tried to come back, the explosion was gone, but man, he had a mid-range game on his return. It was awesome to watch. And folks just like to see the explosion, but do you really need it? If you're hitting the mid-range shot just as you would, I think what you lose with the mid-range shot is the fouls and getting the big men out of there. So that's the big deal. But side-by-side rankings, again, they're not equal, but if you got Derrick Rose, he could do the job. And do the job a lot cheaper. He's cheaper. So now, look at the Knicks roster. And I'll tell you what. Who else could they plug away from the Knicks in a sign and trade? Because they can just pick up Derrick Rose. Then they can make the trade. And this is my suggestion. Carmelo Anthony. That would make up the three-point punch that you're looking for. Okay, statistically, Carmelo Anthony would make up the three-point punch that you're looking for. Okay, he's 33 years of age. That is a problem. But as far as three-pointers go, he could make that up. 35.9% from three. He could take over that slot for where Kyrie left off. All right. Then you go in and you look at Courtney Lee. Not a great, now again, 35 is not God, but good enough. Better than Derrick Rose. Can they get Courtney Lee? I know they're saying Melo, I heard, and Frank Ntilikina, a defensive guard, which would make sense. But could you do Anthony, Courtney Lee, and Frank Ntilikina for, where's my Cleveland roster at? I want Shepard's contract gone. And I would also try to plug in, I hate to say J.R. Smith looks cheap now because J.J. Redick just got $23 million. So J.R. Smith's contract is actually pretty low. It's not bad. He's not hurting you. I would give away Shumpert, Duran, Kyrie, okay, if they can, for Melo, Lee, and Nicotina. Is that an upgrade from Rose and Shepard? From Irving and Shepard? Hell yeah, I'm signing up for a 1-year lease. LeBron's gone anyway. Go for broke. The Knicks are doing a lot of favors for Cleveland. They won you a championship one time. Why not again? Load up with Carmelo, Frank, pick up Rose, get Lee. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's all I got to say. Add Wade to that lineup for Cleveland. Hey, LeBron, looking good. Looking good. You know, keep JR. He's a streaky, surefire streaker. They re-signed Kyle. You know, drop Deron Williams unless you can keep him on the bench somewhere. They need more bigs, though. I think they need another big. I know it's not a big man league, an athletic big. If they can keep Derek Williams, that would be great as well. But finally use the boy. That's the problem. They got to use him. They don't use him. Salary-wise, that's what makes sense to me. Kyrie's also cheap, $21 million. He's a $30 million type of guy in this league. With the new salaries the way they are, he's a $30 million guy. So cheap for the Knicks. They take on Kyrie. Shumpert's old 10, 11 million. You know, you look at the Knicks. Courtney Lee, 12. You know, it's an even trade-off. 12 for Courtney, Carmelo. I probably need another piece there to make it work. Nicotina's cheap. So it looks like Cleveland will have to add an additional piece. I wouldn't want to give up Fry, but maybe that's who you have to give up. Man, that would suck for them. Jose Calderon. Oh, my God. I don't know why that is. Anyhow, the good player. I just don't know why I don't understand. With that said, I like this play for the definitely for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Get Rose is a good move. Trade away Kyrie. It's fine. No offense, it's fine. He's a great player. I'm from Jersey myself. I love him. I'm true to my state, so anyone from Jersey, of course, I want to love you. Let him get his shine. But in Kyrie, he has to go to the Knicks. That's the only big team option that makes sense for me for him. Spurs, oh, my God, I don't know. I just don't know Pop and the way he over dribbles, how he likes to move with the ball. We won't see the same flashy Kyrie Irving that we're used to, which I'm afraid will cause problems. So I definitely think that's the best option for him at this point, unless other teams are willing to make trades. He definitely belongs there because he's a scorer. They need a scorer. But again, look at Rose. This is Knicks Rose. Again, he's developing a jump shot. He's gaining all these things because he's lost a little bit of his athleticism. Does he need to dunk it? Look at this kid. Oh, my God. Whew. Wow. I'll tell you what. With LeBron James there, what does Derrick Rose become? See? Because Kyrie Irving was Kyrie Irving because LeBron James there. He's trying to prove everybody wrong and say, no, it was me. So we'll see what happens when he's the focus of the offensive. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, Lord. Anyway, we'll see what happens when he is the focus of defenses. Kind of same luxury with Derrick Rose. You can say, well, he had Carmelo Anthony, but it's not LeBron James, all right? And adding those two, LeBron, I would say this is a Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony for Kyrie Irving trade. Everyone else really doesn't matter. I'm doing it. Peace, God. I'm done. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. No matter how great Kyrie thinks he is, and he will be great. I think he'll have a James Harden type impact on the right team, especially in the East. He may make the playoffs with the East. You know, he may make the playoffs with the New York Knicks. I think it's a good option. So I'm gonna stop ranting around. I'm gonna leave you with some Kyrie Irving montages right now. You know, and again, one of the top scoring guards in the league wants to leave. He wants out. Let's see what happens. I think it's a great move for him and the Knicks. Win-win here. Peace.